Hi, and welcome to the Glenwood YouTube channel. I'm Chuck Rotondo. I'm the Director of Business Development at Glenwood, and today we're going to be discussing ThinTech thin brick panels manufactured by Glen-Gery. Glen-Gery makes two types of thin brick panels. The first is their classic ThinTech panel, and the second is their elite ThinTech panel. The major difference between the two being the vertical channels that you see here, which I'll address in a second. First thing I'd like to point out is their patented support tie system. If I turn this panel, I think you can see they're angled at 76 degrees, which allows for very good mortar flow when the mason goes back and points mortar in between the thin brick. And they are spaced at 2 5/8. So at 2 5/8, you can accommodate a modular size brick, which has a height of 2 1/4. The next thing I want to point out, if I tilt this in the right light, I think you can see there's a stucco embossed texture on the face of the panel. That's good for a couple reasons. One, it creates a natural weeping system, so any moisture that were to develop behind the brick would naturally just flow downward on the face of the panel. So the stucco embossed texture helps with that. Secondly, it allows for maximum adhesion. So because it's textured, it allows whatever product you're installing to adhere to the panel. Some major benefits with both the Classic and the Elite are height limits. There's no height limits. So right now, Glen-Gery's current portfolio of projects includes some buildings that go all the way up to 17 stories. There's no need for any type of relieving angle or foundation work or a brick shelf. They simply get installed by fastening them to your substrate using screws. So a second ago, I mentioned the vertical channel here. So this is where you would want to put your screws on the Elite panel because the screw heads will naturally recess into this channel. And so they are a non-factor when you go back to point. With the Classic panel, because they're just simply a flat panel, you'll want to install your screws inside of where the mortar joint will be. So any screw heads that protrude will naturally get covered with mortar and again, be a non-factor. The other feature with the channels here, it actually will pull the panel off of the substrate, and that creates really good airflow between your panel and your substrate, and it also eliminates the need for a second layer of a weather-resistant barrier. So with the Classic panel, you'll need 2 layers. With the Elite panel, you can get away with 1 because of these channels. So it's a really good system. They can both be installed over continuous foam insulation up to 2 inches in thickness. They are both NFPA 285 compliant, and there's a variety of ASTM standards that they both adhere to. And there are test reports available for those. There's also corner panels available for both the Classic and the Elite. So those are just some major points that I wanted to make you aware of. We do have literature, so if you'd like a brochure, we can certainly get one of those out in the mail to you. These are also available in digital form, so please do not hesitate to pick up the phone or send us an email. You can reach me at chuck@glenwoodmason.com, and if you have a regular salesperson that you deal with at Glenwood, again, please don't be a stranger. Pick the phone up, send us an email. We are excited to hear about whatever it is you're currently working on, and in the meantime, stay healthy, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.